Part 3. The Girl Who Heard the Dead. Tommy had stopped counting time. Days didn't mean anything anymore in the place he now drifted. That thin layer between the world of the living and something far darker. But then he felt her. Not the creature, not the watchers in the walls or the whispering voices from the seams of memory. This was different, a warmth, a familiarity, something real. Her name was Lila. Tommy had known her since the 2nd grade. She lived just a few houses down, always wore mismatched socks, and had a weird obsession with collecting acorns and naming them like pets. She had once punched a bully in the mouth for calling Tommy Ghost Boy when he got pale and fainted in class. And now, somehow, she was calling to him. Lila hadn't been sleeping well since the funeral. Everyone said it was just grief or shock or that kids process loss differently. But she knew better. She felt him, heard his voice sometimes like wind through leaves. Her bedroom lights would flicker when she cried too hard. Her dreams were filled with strange half-lit corridors and broken clocks. She'd started drawing them, endless pages of doors with no handles and staircases that folded into themselves. Then one night she sat on her bed and whispered, "Tommy, if you're still out there, I'm not scared. I want to help you." And something answered. The acorn on her windowsill, the one she'd painted with eyes and a smile, rolled across the desk on its own. Just once, that's when she knew. He was still here. Tommy felt the pull. A tether, thin but strong, reaching out to him from the veil. Lila's voice cut through the static like a flashlight beam in fog. When she dreamed, he could see through her eyes. Just flashes at first, her house, the sky, her cluttered room. The more she called to him, the clearer things became. But the presence Onikar knew too. The thing that had chased Tommy through shadowed halls had followed the connection. It watched. Lila now, just beyond the corners of her mirror in the dark space beneath her bed, waiting, hunting, because as Shion had opened the door, one night Lila's dream changed. She was in her classroom, only all the faces were blank and the clock on the wall spun like a hurricane. Outside, the sky bled red, and sitting at the desk next to her was Tommy, pale to quiet, but there. He reached out and whispered something she couldn't hear. Then the lights began to flicker, the windows darkened, and that thing, the one that haunted his in-between, then stepped into the dream. Its voice oozed into her ears. "You opened the door, little one. Now you see too much." Tommy stood up, shielding her. "Leave her alone." It laughed, a sound that cracked the dreamscape in half. But before the nightmare swallowed them both, Lila gripped Tommy's hand tight and shouted something that echoed across both worlds. "You're not alone. You don't belong with it. You belong with us. Come back." When she woke up, her pillow was soaked with tears and her room smelled like burnt wires. The light bulb had shattered over her bed, and across her notebook in handwriting not her own were 3 words scratched deep into the page. "I heard you." Tommy was changing. He felt stronger, clearer. Lila's belief, her love, not romantic but fierce and loyal, was anchoring him. The thing in the shadows didn't like that. The game had changed, now it wanted her soul too. But Lila wasn't just some scared kid anymore, she had a plan. And together, with whatever magic tether bound their hearts, they were going to fight to bring Tommy back, even if it meant walking into the darkness to drag him out. To be continued. Would you like Part 4? Next, maybe with Lila crossing into Tommy's in-between world for real? Or a darker twist where we learn what that creature truly is?